Hello, MS Live. I'm your host, Elsie Hill, and today we're talking about LDN. All right, what is LDN? All right, so LDN is, hang on, low dose naltrexone. Naltrexone. It's the very thing that they give people to counteract narcotics. Uh, However, that is 50 milligrams. It tends to be in nasal mist when people OD on heroin, when people take OD on too much narcotic. They snip. They medical alert people give them this naltrexone. I should have practiced that. Naltrexone. They give that to people who OD on narcotics and heroin and fentanyl and all these bad. Hi, Michael. All these things. I now you have to bear with me. You're on if you're watching on YouTube. You have to bear with me because uh, I'm referring to a lot of notes I took on low dose naltrexone. Uh, Also, I didn't sleep a wink last night. You know, we have those days. So that's my excuse for not being on topic. Okay, so naltrexone is given, it removes all narcotics from your body. It makes it ineffective, but low dose let's see, naltrexone, low dose, or LDN is used for cancer. It's used for uh, MS, big time, and it's typically done by a prescribing physician. Um, Here in Maryland, my neurologist won't do it, neither will my general practitioner. So there are compound pharmacies. Now, why? Why take LDN? All right. Hi, Betty Joe. Uh, People in diseases that are partially or largely deficient in endorphins, including cancer. We don't have a lot of endorphins, and that's what LDN does. It's a major therapeutic thing. So, this low dose, instead of getting 50 milligrams to counter, uh, uh, right, Betty Joe saying hi, Rose, hi, to people watch, or LDN, instead of doing 50 milligrams or 100 milligrams to counter uh, big time fentanyl and stuff. It's the starting dose is 3.5 milligrams. Hi, Sarah. So I get to shoot back. Why is what is the benefit of LDN? Okay, you're supposed to take it. It's actually they say that you take 4 points. So you start at 3.5 and they work you up to 4.5 and you take it between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m. Most patients take it at bedtime. And people, it reduces muscle spasms, and that's three. It increases uh, mental clarity. So I want you to guys to know that I'm reading from a ldn.org. So ldn.org. Everybody can go there. And I what I did is I changed a lot of the things. I edited it so that it's specific. All right, so if you take it between 9 and 3 in the morning, right, depending on when you go to bed. Hi, Ruth. If you take it if you take it, what happens is that at about 4 in the morning, or a number of hours after you take it, this low dose increases the endorphins. High birth, it increases your endorphins. It and what happens when you take narcotics? Your endorphins rise, and your pain receptors are taken care of. You have cognitive clarity. You have more energy. You your peripheral neuropathy, it treats that. And I know, Sarah, you tried it years ago, but one of the things LDN said very clear, LDN.org says is, you're only as good as your compound pharmacy. So what they said is that it is a brief opioid receptor blocker between 2 and 4 a.m. So taking at bedtime is believed to produce a prolonged upregulation of vital elements in the immune system by increasing endorphin and enkephalin production. Normal volunteers who've taken LDN in this fashion have been found to have much higher levels of beta endorphin circulating in their blood. Hi, Gary. So, what dosage should my physician prescribe? The usual dosage is 4.5 milligrams taken once at night, because rhythms of the body, or your circadian rhythm, release massive hormone, and LDN is best when you take it at nighttime. So it works with your hormones. Let's see. Notable exception. People with multiple sclerosis spasms are advised to only use 3 milligrams daily to maintain that dosage. 3 milligrams. That's huge. All right, let's see. And what it does is it fortifies at CD4. It's a helper of CD4. Immune system, Darwin, D. Let's see. Are there any questions so far? I'm not. It is. And that's why my general practitioner won't give it to me. It is an opioid blocker, Rose. Uh, so you have to get the right pharmacy. LDN.org has the pharmacies they recommend. I found a pharmacy through them. All right, latest news. There's just a ton of news. LDN treatment in HIV, and AIDS, and cancer, and autoimmune diseases. Uh, let's see. And there's studies. There's just studies and studies and studies. All right, see, I'm looking at this, and I could put this up on the screen, so I'm reading it in the screen like reporters. But I'm not fancy. If you want professional, go someplace else. If you want somebody who doesn't slur words, I didn't sleep. That's why I'm not sharp. By the way, okay, Ruth is chiming in. Okay, her doctor told her to stay at 3.5. Actually, LDN, low dose, I can't do that. Naltrexone. All right, shuts down the receptors for several hours, then it kicks back your endorphins. And that's what I had read, I had studied, I edited kicks up your endorphins in the morning. And the endorphins are what makes you feel like you're in less pain, more energy. Endorphins. It's a low dose of naltrexone, Trexone, holds great promise in millions of people worldwide with autoimmune diseases uh, of the central system disorders, for Parkinson's, for just you know what? It's LDN for developing world. LDN could be a treatment for many diseases. All right, and it was improved in 1984. The FDA approved 50 milligram doses for helping heroin or opium addicts for blocking the effects of the drug. All right, in 85, um, Bernard Bihari, he's a physician, New York, a clinical, discovered the effects of smaller dose, 3 milligrams a day. And he studied that in his AIDS patients. By mid 90s, Dr. Barani found that patients in his practice with cancer, such as lymphoma or pancreatic cancer, could benefit, in some cases dramatically, from LDN. In addition, people who had autoimmune diseases like lupus or um, I'm reading for the public site LDN, and that is, but I edited it. Ruth wanted to know if I'm reading from the site. I'm reading a specific study or that was published in the U.S. Medical Journal, and I think that I'm trying to keep this focused on autoimmune diseases. Uh, so, all right. So it was published. Wonder drug. ABC News said it's a wonder drug, which I'm not going there. I'm not going. All right. It's a battle. All right. It's not only helpful in battling addiction, but it helps with Crohn's, multiple sclerosis, lupus, Parkinson's disease. Uh, it's huge. Many patients have tried it, said it has very few side effects or no. The main side effect I have heard from many people on it, they say lucid dreams. Lucid People are saying that you get some lively dreams where you don't know if it's real or fact. I kind of go with it. In fact, I was telling my husband I have lucid dreams anyway, so and I enjoy them. But not lucid, vivid dreams, vivid. So vivid. Thank you, Ruth. Vivid dreams. Thank you, Ruth. Ruth, just correct. Lucid dreams is kind of when you're awake and you're half asleep and you're dreaming, but you know you're not asleep, so you can control. All right. And in vivid dreams is when you wake up and you're in the bathroom and you're washing your face, and your husband walks by and says, I had a dream that was shopping naked in the mall, and there was this great sale at Yankee Candle Company. I have gotten away from candles, but they were selling them for like 10 cents a piece. I did. All right, that's a vivid dream. And he says, and my husband stops and he looks at me. He says, "Is that true?" And my response, I don't know if I dreamed it, I overheard somebody talking, or that's the way vivid dreams are. I don't know, but it's interesting. I don't know if it's verifiable. So when I start taking that and I start having vivid dreams about MS, check me out because I'm more. I dreamed that LDL cured everybody who was on it with MS, along with ALA, right? Alpha lipoic acid. By the way, hi Frank. By the we're talking about LDN today, and on Thursday, uh, we are going to talk cognitive function. Yeah, you know what, Rose? Hi there. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry, Richard. It just, there's so much mixed signals everybody's sending. Some people are getting COVID. Really, I don't know. With COVID's another topic for another day. I hope you feel better, Richard. I just, yeah, I don't know. You hear my voice, right? My voice sounds good, so I'm taking. Been around people who've been exposed to this cold or COVID, whatever you call it. I just had so I'm taking selenium. I'm taking quercetin. I'm taking zinc, and so I'm taking all the medications you're supposed to take. Uh, no, supplement. Anyway, Ruth talks about if you purchase 3 months supply, if you go to ldn.org, you will find all of this. All right, what diseases has Dr. Bahari uh, seen seen it working, right? Hi, Nasser. What LDN we're talking? Low dose natroxolone. All right, all right. LDN, capital L, loser, right? L D. I don't know how you do D. D. D is in Dulce. LDN. And N is in Nancy. All right. Okay. And Nancy, I know you're watching. Anyway, so all right. The diseases it helps for cancer. He's seen it. Okay, so this here I'll tell you where. Okay. Cancers, just a lot of cancers. Uterine, throat, renal, prostate, pancreas, ovarian, neuroblastoma, which I wish I knew. I had a cat die of that. That was bad. Multiple metastasized cancer, lymphoma, chronic leukemia, lung cancer, uh, liver cancer. Okay, so and there's more. There is glioblastoma. Actually, that's what my cat had. Thyroid. Well, I'm gonna thank you. Naltrexone. All right, naltrexone. Thank you. Thank. All right, Ruth's teaching me how to say it easier. Okay, all right, LDN. Okay, so let's go on the neurology. All right, let's see. Throat cancer, Lyme disease, late stage Lyme disease, depression. Let's see, emphysema, common colds, COVID. There, I said it. Autoimmune diseases, neurological, neurodegenerative diseases. Let's see, ALS, Alzheimer's, autism, uh, spastic paralysis, hereditary spastic paralysis, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's disease, post polio syndrome, post traumatic stress disorder, uh, primary lateral sclerosis. Ooh, that sounds bad. Let's see, progressive transverse myelitis or myelitis. Yes, that is. And then other autoimmune diseases, celiac, chronic fatigue. All right, so Crohn, derma, endometriosis, psoriasis, scleroderma, rheumatoid arthritis. Uh, it just, I thought it said Wegman's disease, but it's Wegener's grand. But anyway, it's everything is listed here. More so, positive clinical research is done on LDN than how medical marijuana does with MS. Yeah. And what I've discovered with the medical marijuana, which we can have another discussion on, is that medical marijuana is great for sleep, but it does, as far as waking you up and stuff, it may wake you up, but it's going to make those nerve endings more alive. Plus, if you're an addict or you've ever, it's bad for addicts to even try it because if it's effective on your pain receptors and gives you energy and stuff, that is addicting. It is addicting. There's something I didn't sleep last night. I woke up at 3 in the morning and I couldn't get comfortable in my bed and I couldn't turn in bed. I gotta figure that out. How I can maybe put something above in the ceiling so that I can hang down. Uh, you know what? I got a perfect idea. Hang down and grab. You know what? I know how. I just thought of how I can do it. And so I thought how I can do it. So anyway, LDN, there is more proof that it works than why did I? That's a good question. Why did I? Who knows? Who knows? Trivia night. You wouldn't believe how God was working through me yesterday with beautiful people. So if Brenda, you watch us later on, I met Brenda. So she is. Local, and she's going to be joining us later, so she'll do the chat replay as it goes on. So those of you who first get here, you need the longer you stay with us, the more uh, the more you're going to see things unpacked, right? Because you gotta and Ruth wants everybody to know that she's living proof that it works. That's anecdotal evidence. And you guys have emailed me, texted me, and spammed me have on the attributes. The reason why everybody should be on medical marijuana. Because and LDN, oh my gosh, LDN much longer. I've been getting emails much longer. LDN, that is good. But and you guys know anecdotal evidence for me, right? When I say it works for me, I can't say it works for everybody, right? Because even in Dr. Barani's studies on LVN.org, which were published in the New England Medical Journal And let's see, in Norway, in 2015, in Norway, they increased 300 people were on LDN, and 15,000 people are now on it. So the doctors in Norway are prescribing it more often. Uh, but you know what? As of 2004, uh, let's see, 50% of people, he gave over 300 patients LDN, and 50% of them, after 4 to 6 months of treatment, began to see a halt in their cancer. Signs of tumor shrinkage. All right, for autoimmune diseases, this is us, right? Let's see, Dr. Ronnie tried 400 people in this. Let's see, 1%, less than 1% of people on it ever experienced an MS attack. So, again, it's a small study. So, 50%. It's let's see, no, 50% of people with cancer. Uh, let's see, 350 people with AIDS. They didn't, let's see, 85% it halted AIDS. All right, it halted it, and it removed the virus. It seemed to remove the virus. So, and it shrinks tumor. So there's just tons and tons of research. But it says for MS, full dose is 50 milligrams. Low dose for MS is 3 milligrams. Or 4.5, depending on the disease. What I've discovered is that towards the bottom, let's see, towards the bottom, let's see, it tells you the pharmacies. All right, let me just scroll down. All right, I'm scrolling down. Oh, all right, compounding book. All right, in the United States, there is a ton. In fact, what I'm going to do, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut and paste, cancel. All right, all right, international. You know, I don't think YouTube will allow me to do this. Cut and paste. You know what? It's promoting somebody else's product, and you know how YouTube and Amazon, they like to find it's a wonderful thing, but that you know, it's targeted. Your emails are targeted. Uh, it's marketing. I've got a marketing degree, my undergraduate, so I got to tell you, too much of what is on YouTube is geared towards marketing. It's not too much. It, it's a nice thing if you need to be distracted. You have MS and you're searching, and all of a sudden to the right, you're on your computer, on the right of your screen, it has every incontinent, uh, every medical marijuana, everything you've searched for sale on the right side. It's click. All right. So that's true. Ruth is saying that everyone should go to ldn.org, but I've discovered, Ruth, and I'm trying to be exact here because people, viewers of this channel, viewers of MS Live, they don't come here for anecdotal evidence. And we have to be responsible for those people who haven't had MS, those people who don't know relapsing remitting is the initial stage, and it goes into secondary progressive after 10 to 20 years of having MS. It's a secondary stage. It's not a new disease. It's just your myelin's been exposed. We have to be kind and responsible because aspirin kills some people. So recommending aspirin when I say, take an 8-hour Tylenol for pain. Take, you know what? I can't say that. I've been humbled. I have been contacted by attorneys over the years. Stand down. I've got stand down orders. I am not a doctor. So that's a disclaimer. So I cannot tell you LDN it's going to work for everybody because people with AIDS and with cancer, 50% of them uh, didn't didn't weren't cancer free after taking it. Maybe it slowed it down. I didn't read the in-depth study, but what I'm saying is that it worked for Ruth. It the evidence. I'm a probability and statistics chick. I love that. If you could major in probability and statistics, I would have done that because statistics make uh, the statistics make sense out of life. Uh, they for me they do. LDN.org I have been saying over and over and over and over and over again that yeah, over and over again. And again, people with relapsing remitting, and I'm looking at Rose. You know what, Rose? Rose is saying she has terrible autoimmune diseases besides MS, which, yeah, and Gina, thank you for saying that. Gina reminds us that when we have MS, in fact, I've had videos. They said we've got to be careful. We have to be careful because we are so desperate to feel better, to lift the cog fog. I mean, LDN, low dose naltrexone. Naltrexone. I got to go back and read your thing, Ruth. How I say it right. All right. LDN is really it's remarkable stuff if you go for autoimmune diseases. However, it's 30. I found one of the pharmacies on ldn.org. It's a compound pharmacy that a doctor will assess. You fill out a form, he assesses that, and he prescribes that, or she prescribes it for you. And I'm going to tell you, it's $30 to get started, $30 a month, and then I think it goes up to 45. So what that tells me is that it's basically $10 a milligram is what it costs through the website. So you have to find, hi Brandon, and Brandon says what works for him. Good morning, you're here. You're here. I'm thrilled you're here. Yeah, I'm thrilled because you've been trying to get on live for a while. So that is all right. So take a moment and say hi to Mahi. Is that how I say your name? But that is. But anyway, Gina says that we people with MS, she says we grab on to every hope. And rat poison. I mean, how many of you did CBD oil in 2000? We had a study. 20 years ago, we had a non-official study in MS Frontiers Medical Support. There's a number of the administrators, a number of us paid big bucks to be in this. It was a study, but it was a non-scientific study because it was not double blind. We did this, and the CBD, the old school 20 years ago, didn't didn't work. The topical stuff worked on us, but we didn't feel that taking any of the oil worked. That doesn't mean it doesn't work for everyone. Doesn't mean that it changed. It and now they did the research and it's better. So we have to be aware of that. Uh, but you know what? ALA, alpha lipoic acid, works differently than LDN. Alpha lipoic acid is a supplement. It's a supplement, it's a protein. Uh, and what it does is they have studies on PubMed.org. No, it's pub done. PubMed. All right. All right. All right. And so I don't give you misinformation. PubMed. Okay. I'm gonna. All right. Let's see. It is. All right. National Health. It's PubMed. PubMed.nc bi ncbi dot. All right. So what I'm gonna do is copy that and paste it. So all right, let's see. It's 40. Oh my gosh, it's this hour. So ALA PubMed has been shown to reduce the swelling, the frequency of swelling in people with MS. It has been so everybody who's watching this with multiple sclerosis, everyone, the statistics are there. The proof is there. The research is there. And Ruth, I'll say that a lot of people that I'm telling go to ldn.org will only watch this video and will not go to ldn.org because people with MS, we don't want to read. We don't want to read. Just tell us. Tell us what time it is. We don't want to know how the watches make. I have given you too much information I'd say most of you. In fact, when I look at the analytics on this, I will see that a lot of you back out after 10 minutes of watching this. It's like, it doesn't apply to me. I know who leaves and who comes. But again, I don't take it personally because you're only coming here to better your lives. You're not coming here to look at my face or my words of wisdom because I don't have any. I've had MS long enough that I do not have words of wisdom. I have been humbled that know that every bit, hi Marion, every bit of words of wisdom comes from all of us sharing. And Ruth, you're it. So I don't know. You're not commenting there. Nobody's sending me hearts on Facebook, but that's our thumbs up. So I guess you don't, but that's okay. I'm not taking it personal. So Brandon is saying that he does LDN, low dose naltrexone, and naltrexone. Thank you, Marianne. I think that was you. I got a heart. I got a heart. Thank you. Now, anyway, was that you, Mahi? No, it is Marianne. Thank you. I'm so shallow. I'm so shallow. I need a hug every now and then, and that's a hug. You know, when you shoot me. All right. So on ALA, Gina says that her neurologist in Canada wants her to be on ALA. When you study you study, you read, you can learn why the how the clock is made, or you can take my word for it, which I'm not a doctor, or you can bring it to the doctor, print out proof, and hand it to the doctor, which is what I say because I know I said I was going to email this to a number of people who don't have MS, um, that have Parkinson's, that have other autoimmune diseases, that have other issues that they need to. Oh, you know what? Reason why Rose is asking you, Ruth, on Facebook, how come you're not in live chat on YouTube? Because that's really Mahi and Marianne, all of everybody on Facebook. If you want to participate in an interactive chat, more so interactive than every once in a while we go interactive with Facebook, but we're always interactive. Where on Facebook you'll answer a question that's proposed by another member. On YouTube, everybody is chiming in. So you know what, Brandon, uh, I get the ALA, let's see, off Amazon. I think Amazon days are going on, but RLA, and then standardized, and SLAALA, standardized is better than R. What does R stand for? RALA. So if you take 300 milligrams in the study, yeah, yeah, it's the chat is something that Ruth wants to know about chat on YouTube. The reason why it's only for our audience. It's a chat replay. You subscribe to it, Ruth, and it's only within it. We've got a room. We've got a. Granted, on Facebook, there's a lot of people who interact on Facebook that either want to interact privately on my Facebook page. Uh, you're only seen by my Facebook friends, which there's a lot of you guys, but most everybody's got issues, whether it's an autoimmune disease, addiction, whether it is it just. All right. So all you do, Ruth, is go to Dulcie Hill or Dulcie Brecke Hill on YouTube. Go to YouTube and Google my name. Google. In fact, go to a web browser. Google my name. Just Google, right? And you'll see the channel. You'll see videos. Click on the video and it says subscribe to my channel. You'll get an email every time we go live, and then you can participate in that. Because Ruth, you're a dynamo. I'm Tim, LDN. Tim is asking what LDN is. So Tim, rewind this. When we're done, you go back 45 minutes ago and you watch, because we've unfolded. You're not allowed to ask that question. 45 minutes. Yeah, but there's no bad question, right? It's a wonderful question, but it's a wonderful question. 11 o'clock. What is LDN? So, you know what? I will flame YouTube. Yeah, you know what? It's great. Ah, all right, well, Tab, you're participating. All right, so you're participating. So if you're on YouTube, Ruth, if you're on YouTube and you're watching the live video on YouTube, right? You're on YouTube, Facebook, YouTube, Facebook, YouTube, reading the screen, reading the computer, YouTube, Facebook. All right. So now you've seen. All right. So when you're watching YouTube, chat is alive on the right of your screen as you face it on the right. Do you see that? And Gail, it's good to see you, Gail. So anyway, you participate in that. Now back to the difference between ALA is that it prevents the shrinking of your brain. LDN works separately. It works by reducing the inflammation of your entire system. It work and inflammation caused by sugar and bad living, and it counters all that. So it works in conglomeration. And Brandon said low dose naltrexone, and Brandon said that he loves it in in combination with his medical marijuana. That is something that, having late stage MS, having it for so long, that's something that, when you're laying in bed and you're like, oh, this sucks. I don't want to get out of bed today. And I was there. I didn't sleep. I asked my husband to bring my coffee in a spill proof, but it's spill proof, but it's not choke proof, right? Because what do I do? Spill proof and choke proof. Is it? Forget it. Okay, so, Mary, hey, hi. Oh, did you get the ALA? In fact, if you go to MS Meerkat, hi, Sarah. If you go to MS Meerkat, right, you get in that. I have, in fact, MS Frontiers medical support. I posted the ALA that you should get. It's the kind from Amazon where 300 milligrams is 300 milligrams of RALA. You know what? ALA. It's a good thing. And LDN. Uh, just there's something about the reduced inflammation, gets rid of the peripheral neuropathies, calms the system, reduces the inflammation, treats muscle cramps and the pain. So that combined with medical marijuana, there's strains for MS that treat spasticity and pain. And I wonder if like Brandon's saying, if we get an energy strain, a sativa strain that we would typically avoid, right? And I'm only saying this because I've given up all narcotics, and I was on narcotics for 25 years. You guys, maybe longer. I was, but if they're going to lock up these drugs and call us drug addicts, then and we don't even want to get high from medical marijuana. People who want the medical marijuana do not want the psychotropic effect. They don't want to be dumbed down. They just don't. But I will tell you, I like the night strains because, when you've got an active mind, when you're constantly thinking and stuff, and you're beating yourself up because getting up and walking and doing things is so hard. Hi, Cheryl. Uh, it's so hard. Uh, then you just you the medical marijuana that has the THC, higher THC, the indica, the old fashioned get yourself high, that will it's called indica is uh, the kind of strain that Calcula. And the reason why I say that's good is it aligns your mind with your body, slows your mind down enough to work with your body. Then you're not beating yourself up for not getting off the couch because it's one thing to sit there and on the couch and say I suck because I want to do so much and I can't do it all, but instead of beating yourself up, that is an option that works really nice for Brandon, who, by the way, just like Marianne, who was on Facebook and jumped over to YouTube. And Ruth, you're not posting. You're not posting. So on YouTube, you said you're live on YouTube. Post the ldn.org. I posted it. I posted ALA. Everybody needs to be on that, including you, Brandy, because it works in conjunction with everything else. Um, Ruth, all right. Ruth's asking somebody to post LDN. See these hands? They're painted on for looks, and you know. So I haven't been on LDN, so you know what? We'll see how wonderful. Because I got an email saying they're getting my shipment ready. That's a good thing. So I'm going to be taking it. I do not take narcotics anymore. Uh, and each dose, you know what? And Gina's talking. I'm sorry, I'm walking around the tripod that's holding up YouTube. All right. So it says each of us, Gina says, has to strive to find the balance through trial and error. And I discovered that. Remember when I tried in October? I tried the medical marijuana. I tried that against. I'm just like, no, I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to try it. And I went against everything. I had said, all right, ldn.org. LDN. So Ruth is uh, um, reminding everybody that everybody who wants to know how the coffee's made, go to, and you want a decent compound pharmacy internationally, as Canada has international pharmacies. That's great. Oh, you know what? You know what? That's all right. You guys on YouTube, Ruth can't post things. She's not seen on the things she posts. So uh, see, I know Gina. I know that you helped Sue. Sue Hill. I'm thinking Sue Hill had that problem. That every once in a while I get an email from you guys stating that, yeah, you have that problem. So that's a common problem, one that is specific. If you're having that problem, it is a setting on your computer, and that's okay, and we can help you through it. But anyway. But and Brandon says correct, Gina. Let's see. So remember in October, I got off narcotics because they wanted to get me higher than a kite, and they wouldn't respect my desire to medicate my body every 3 days. I just needed, you know, when you play tag when you were a little kid and you have this safe area and you got the rest. So you safe, you know, the safe chair, the safe what? All right, the safe. That's kind of the way I needed narcotics. I just need, in case of emergency, break glass. And I have them. And my doctor, a general practitioner, will not prescribe that for me, LDN, because he wants me at this stage of my life to be able to use narcotics if I need to. All right, if I need to. So what I did is I did and Sean, you know what? God help. God does help. Sean, thank you for joining us. But it does help. God does help. But God helps. And don't even say God only helps those who help themselves because that's not true. God helps us when we do less of ourselves, when we do things out of love. God helps. So I stopped taking all narcotics out of love for you guys. Uh, uh, I can see that out of love for you guys, I had to be willing to stop that narcotics, and I'm willing to go against my doctor's desire for me to have this in case of emergency, break glass as a fire extinguisher in my medicine cabinet. But guess what? My commitment to you and to God and to love and as a servant, and because I don't know anything and I'm willing to learn, I did the medical marijuana, and I tell you that after I was trying to get some sort of science behind it, they said, oh well, it doesn't work the same on everybody. It doesn't. All right, I got my bangs and I chopped them. I always do that. I always chop my bangs. But anyway, so LDN.org lists all the diseases, all the wonders. But we have to, yeah, it's true. You know what? And I will tell you this. This is this is our obedience in God, Sean. This is our obedience. We can't say the MS monster. We cannot, as servants of Christ, as people who turn to God, we if it now we cater to everybody who doesn't have God, but as servants of God, we are called to look at the good in all things. Remember, Romans 8:28 says, God works all things, good and bad, to good for those called according to his purpose. Remember, what we see is the small picture. We see the small picture. What uh, we see the small picture. God sees. Individual lives don't matter because if everything the Bible says is true, we're going, which we know it is if you're a devout Christian. Uh, you just have to let go and let God. You have to be obedient. You have to find the good thing. You know, the trivia night I went to last night, and I got to tell you something. I would sit there, Sequoia, they had the news on one channel with closed caption, and it was showing a giant sequoia because I lived in California and I was born in California, and I go to Yosemite uh, often, often. No, I've gone there a number of times for camping, And I'll tell you what, I'm looking at then everything that the news is saying. All of a sudden, I had such a day of seeing God work through others and using me to be his humble servant. Humble, wasn't me. It's not me. It's you guys. Oh my gosh, all that, and here I am sitting there at trivia night watching because everybody's friends, and I just sat there and I thought, you know what? I was broken hearted at watching the Sequoia burn. Oh my gosh, I was broken hearted at watching the news. So what do we have to do? We I think you have to. No. Um, you know what? Is anybody on Meerkats? Ruth, you're in Meerkats. We're gonna post. We're going to post the steps on Meerkats. We're gonna figure out how to do that. Gina, could you do that for me? Could you? Because you help Sue. In fact, no. Jane, Jane. Well, Jane probably is moved down below the border. She's south of the border, and the problem is that Jane's the one who helps Sue. So so Ari, I know it's past the hour, but this is such a hot topic, and I will say that it's such a hot topic, and Ruth, it's because you're worth it. You're worth it, Ruth. You're worth it. Everybody who participates here is worth it. 2 Corinthians 12, I like to say, Brandon, 2 Corinthians 12, 8 through 10, because that is Paul talking about his affliction, his thorn in his side, and how he asked God 3 times to remove it. And 3 times God said, no, my grace is sufficient for you because my power is made perfect in weakness. So if you're a Christian and people are asking you how come your MS, your faith hasn't healed you, because Jesus always said to people, your faith has healed you. So people say you've got the faith of you've got it. Just your faith is amazing, and so they say that. How come your faith didn't heal you? If my faith healed me, if God allowed that, would I be doing necessarily? Would I be doing labs? Would I be praying for people? Would people be coming to me? I don't know. Maybe they would. Maybe I would. I don't know. Maybe. But people, you're only faithful. You only learn who God is when you are on your knees and you surrender everything and you say, God, I can't handle this anymore. So just ldn.org. Go to ldn.org and Gina says, my faith and her faith and a lot of us, uh, our faith is strong because of MS, but again, because of the addictions, because of, you know, everything, every drama I've had in my life has led me here. It's humbled me. Go back and look at some of my videos, how I started off. They're there. I actually thought I could teach you something. There's a couple things that I know doctors or medical establishments use to teach others. But anyway, let me pray us out because now I've bashed through my time. So anyway, come back. We will highlight cognitive dysfunctions, what you can do to increase your cognitive being. There's supplements you can take. There is proof. There's PubMed studies on things that work and things that don't work. God bless you all. Let me pray. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hanging in there. Thank you for participating. And let me pray us out. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for everybody who participated. Um, Thank you for clearing up my mind enough to present this. It took me a while to warm up, Lord, but you love everybody. You just as much as you love the shiny object that appears to, I appear, it's my show, but we know better. It's your show. My words are not my words. I ask you to take my words, and you do. So God bless everybody who has watched us today. Oh, be alive in them, give them comfort, allow them to see the beauty despite the fact only when we feel the misery does the beauty of life become. I can see you in everything, Lord, because it's you know, we don't want this thorn in our side. We've asked this. We've had people pray over us. We've had, and but we are going to release it to you. We will. Please help us to only see the good in all things. Bless everybody who's participated. And thank you, Lord. May God bless everyone and may you bless everyone, God, and keep them and shine your face upon everyone here, including me, and be gracious to us and lift up your presence in our hearts so we see the beauty and give us your peace, Lord. Give us your peace. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Love you all, and we'll talk about cognitive function on Thursday. Bye.